This news update is brought to you by...
They ask us how we do it, how we outrun the world. They ask us, how does it feel to fly? How do we dive headfirst into the deep? And emerge victorious. They ask us if we're afraid, if we're nervous, or if we ever feel lonely, so far away from home. But the truth is, home is always right here with us. Get ready to witness the magic of the Olympic Games like never before.
From the Barbados Today News Center in Warren, this is your morning update for Thursday, August the 18th. Good morning, I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Tourism Minister Richard Seeley declares himself a big supporter of the proposed Hyatt Hotel on Bay Street in the face of strong opposition in some quarters. As he took to the floor during last night's budget debate, Seeley said he's expecting big things for his constituency and the country once the multi-million-dollar project gets underway. Attorney at law and social activist David Comanchong has been pressing the government to rethink the project to safeguard Bronx Beach. But Seeley says the luxury project is a goal.
I know the member of the city don't agree with that. He's the biggest supporter of Hyatt, and I'm the second biggest supporter. I am all for jobs. I'm all for tourism coming to the people of St. Michael. This idea that people of St. Michael in my constituency, in the honourable member for the city's constituency, the Prime Minister's constituency, we're not good enough for tourism. I don't understand that. And some very strange public pronouncements.
I don't remember you have 5 more minutes.
The people of Christchurch can handle tourism. The people of St. James can handle tourism. But somehow, don't bring a hotel in St. Michael because apparently we don't know how to behave. It is foolishness. We want a piece of that action, and we are going to get it, Mr. Speaker.
In her reply to the financial package, opposition leader Mia Mottley challenged the government to tell the public all about its involvement in the Hyatt deal.
The government owns the Old Harbour Police Station. Has the government sold the lot? Is the government leasing the lot? Is the government providing the lot as equity? What is it?
Mottley also took the government to task on the proposed construction of a multi-million-dollar solar voltaic plant in her constituency. The Canadian firm Deltro Group is behind the project. And Mottley says while she has no qualms about foreign investment, she will not support the establishment of a photovoltaic farm on a site earmarked to be a national botanical garden.
It ain't even Bajans who putting up that PV farm. And there's no reason why Bajans can't do it, because the foreign exchange you save from not having to import oil, you don't have to repatriate in foreign dividends to these Canadians who will not take the money back out. I have no difficulty with foreign investors. I have no difficulty with a PV farm. I understand the argument of Barbadians that the opportunity should go to Bajans, and that's what the Barbados Labour Party would do. But if this government feels minded to give it to a foreign investor, good heavens, not on a botanical farm site. Stand up for something. Stand up for something.
In other news now, Chairman of the Barbados Private Sector Association, Charles Herbert, tells the government to think twice before selling off state assets to overseas investors. He, however, acknowledged that foreign investment was critical, while noting that the private sector is in fact concerned that pending capital inflows for new projects have not materialized. Still, Herbert cautioned that the government cannot continue to sell off local assets to finance its foreign exchange needs.
Every time we sell a local asset, there's a foreign investor who expects a foreign return on that investment, and there's one less investment for us to sell. When we sold Light Power to Emira, the local investor, those dividends will now go overshore. rather than stay with local investors. So that's just an easier example to see. But there's a limit to how many local assets we can sell. And the more we sell them, especially if we sell them with concessions, we erode our tax base and we erode the income that's left behind in the island.
The war of words between the island's two cement producers shows no sign of abating. In the latest round, Rock Hard Cement fends off criticism about the quality of its product. Last week, its rival Ararak Cement issued a paid advertisement advising consumers that 2 shipments of cement that had been imported in the island were found to be inferior following independent tests. Ararak did not name Rock Hard, but in a formal complaint lodged to the Fair Trading Commission, it said the claims of superiority and consistency made by its rival in various advertisements could not be substantiated and were in breach of the Consumer Protection Act. Rock Hard's Chief Executive Officer Mark Maloney says Ararak has done everything to stop its company from entering the market and selling quality cement, and it's simply a shame in a free market. In sports, it's another big day for the world's fastest man. Usain Bolt will defend his Olympic gold medal in the 200 meters without rival American Justin Gatlin. Gatlin failed to reach the finals last evening, while Bolt won his heat in 19.78 seconds.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only 225, 220. Who? For what? That's the Bear Stare News. I don't read about that from Barbados today since last night. That can't only care do. 220. Who?
Barbados Today. News you can trust.
In regional news now, fishermen in Cedros, Trinidad are hopping mad after the group, Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, claimed the fish in the Gulf of Paria was unfit for human consumption and possibly linked to cancer. The Cedros fishermen say the claims are untrue and unfair. More in this report from TV6 News.
Cedros fishermen say they already had to contend with a depleting fish stock as a result of trawlers, and now this.
I didn't hear Fishermen and Friends of the Sea talk about how would the fisher folk continue to survive. Where would their next dollar come from? Where would their income? How would they sustain their families?
President of Cedros Fisherfolk United, Siunas Dalbury, is rebutting FFOS's claims.
The surface fish has nothing concerning pollution. Kingfish, carrot, salmon, kuvali, those fish are good for the consuming to the public.
But it's not only the allegations they're angry about, it's the fact that they feel the group's remarks have no basis in fact. Furthermore, they're questioning the motives of the group.
And on the international front, in Southern California, firefighters are battling wildfires that have forced the evacuation of more than 82,000 people. The Blue Cut Fire, as it has been named, has destroyed homes and disrupted transport links between California and Nevada. The blaze first ignited on Tuesday in a drought-ravaged mountain, and a day later it spread across more than 12,000 hectares. Donathan was among scores who lost her home. She recounted her horrifying experience with the BBC.
I got up quickly, and my bedroom was dark. And I said, oh no, there's something wrong here. It's daytime. I called Bob and said, get up immediately. We are going to die in this fire. And I hear this lady. And I had to really kind of focus as to where it was coming from. And it was a fireman. He said, lady, we got to go now because we're both going to die in this fire. You ask yourself, why did it happen? And I don't find an answer other than, I guess he was needed somewhere else. I would tell people that if there's anything of danger, and even before the danger, they need to leave. I walked out of there with the clothes on my back. And as far as my animals and Bob, they won't ever be replaced.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.